you know, until things don't go our way, until life circumstances are such that our heart is ripped out of our body. Like how to love even there. And it's a question that I had to really look at deeply. And I'd like to share some of the insights that I feel might be helpful and that have really helped me. So we'll start with acceptance. So whenever I hear of acceptance, I'm kind of, a very like you, I'm a powerful woman. I don't surrender easily and I don't just give up and I'm not like a feather in the wind. I am a full on loving feminine being, but I'm fierce like Mother Nature would be fierce, like a hurricane, but a gentle rain at the same time. Right? So when I think about like loving and accepting life as it comes, here's how I think about it. So if the door blows open, like I have options, right? I can get angry about the door blowing open. I can be happy about it blowing open. I can be indifferent about it blowing open. It doesn't change the fact that the door has blown open. And so if I get angry, or even if I get elated about it and super happy about it, it doesn't change anything except for there is a loss of energy. And many times we're not numbing or running or hiding or lying or cheating ourselves out of the experience. Rather, we're diving right into the door blowing open. We're like, oh, hello, open door. What do you have for me today? And how can I meet this open door unconditionally with love? Beautiful. And so we talk about like an open door, Sherry, and it's an easy concept and there's no emotions, but life is a little more complex, right? So when people betray us, when our bodies betray us, when the institutions that are supposed to protect us betray us, right? Our loved one, our children, whatever the case may be, that open door is a little heavier. And so it's even more important to have that space around it and relaxation so that we can move with more consciousness. So one of the biggest things that I work on in my personal journey on this planet is to move consciously. And I don't always succeed. I just want to say that, okay? But when I notice like, oh, I've reacted in a way that I would rather not, that's not as loving as I'd like to be, which happens, right? Then I take a breath because I'm a yogi and I reset and I again meet that space. First of all, I don't beat myself up about it. Share it with your viewers because it will change your life. I just ask this one question and it's got several parts to it. What would love do? What would love say? What would love be in this circumstance? And again, I don't always do it. I don't always say it and I don't always be it. But I ask the question and I keep coming back. And the more I've done this, and again, I start with small things like the coffee spilling, right? What would love do? What would love say? What would love be? Because, and I say because I think the stories we tell ourselves become true, thoughts become things. So what is my inner voice saying about this coffee, right? And can I reframe that? What would love do? I mean, love has a lot of options here. Love can clean the coffee, leave the coffee, ask someone else to clean the coffee, walk away from the coffee. But just what would bring me joy in that moment? What would love do? What would love say? What would love be in this moment? What would my being, like a loving, like if you were walking next to Jesus or Buddha or whoever what would love be in this moment? And when you ask this question, you never, and again, even if you take the wrong path, it's never the wrong path because it takes you to love can only lead to more love. And fear, or the opposite of love, there were an opposite, would do the same. Like if my decisions are like, no, I should clean up the coffee because I'm gonna get in trouble, or because my husband's gonna be mad, or because whatever fear-based ideal that you have, even though if the same end is the coffee's clean, it's a different experience. The coffee can be cleaned up lovingly or from fear or anger or anxiety. And it takes a different toll on your body and on your soul and leads you in a different direction. So what I believe to be true is that in the smallest things, the microcosm and the macrocosm, they mirror each other. So if we really want to change our lives, we change ourselves. And how do we change ourselves?